name's Carl Myers. I started the store with a friend in 1997. Her name is Carolyn Rabinovich. She's not involved in the store anymore, but still friends with her. She lives in the neighborhood still. We started it just basically because at that time we had to go all the way into Manhattan just for guitar strings. And we played in bands, and we had tons of friends that played in bands, and all the, back when you could still play in a loft when it wasn't called a condo. Got a little storefront on Bedford Avenue. We were the only business on that side of the street. Everything else was boarded up. We were there for 5 years in that space. After 5 years, we had completely outgrown the space and decided it was time to move on to a bigger space. A friend of mine from college had moved down to the city and had expressed interest in going into business with me. So we incorporated, this was like 2,000 square feet, the space, like a raw warehouse space, and built that out with an emphasis on repair stuff. We sort of split the space evenly between repair area and retail area because the repair thing just seemed to be just good business.
Someone smashed it at a show when he was working the door the other night, and he bought it from the guy for $100. And we do about anywhere from 25 to 40 repairs, tube repairs a week. So it's pretty busy. I'm here 7 days a week. We're so busy that I don't really have much free time to do much of anything other than repair. So.
There was a band called Sightings that was in the neighborhood for Mark. I've never seen this before. Once in a while it'll happen on a solid state amp, but he had his amp cranked so loud and had so many crazy pedals through it that the speakers caught on fire. Which is just, if you're familiar with electronics, this just never happens. He brought his amp in and the grill cloth was all melted and the speakers were just black charred burnout. And he was just like, I don't know what happened.
But usually we always go on the main drag to get our stuff repaired and shit, and I think he knows us pretty well, because Carl told me that I'm probably the person who has to come the most often to get his tubes changed out. I really don't like when, bands are like, we're the fucking loudest band ever, we are fucking nuts, that kind of shit. But apparently, I guess we drive our equipment pretty hard, so, we just like loud music, and I guess, we don't really mind the possibility of tinnitus.
First place, if I'm not mistaken, it was 600 square feet, maybe a hair more. Second place was 1825, so tripling size. This place is 5,600, so that's yet another triple. So we grew 900% in 9 years. As far as the underground scene, it is huge, and any given night there's 3 or 4 underground shows where there's some band passing through town playing some, and it's all just, and a couple local bands or something. Just the underground shows are just everywhere, all the time, all over Brooklyn.
Got this at main drag, as well as my amp. But you know, I run it through an echo, so it just makes this kind of scream.
Story goes like this. I moved to the city. I met Ryan, you know. It was kind of like, oh, you smoke pot? I smoke pot too. And then we just started smoking pot every day and listening to music and being like, hey, you know, we should start a band, or we should do this, or this is awesome, or, you know, this close. But we should start a band, but, you know, I guess because of all the pot, like, we procrastinated. It took us like a year and a half to put a band together.
I mean, to be honest, I think most of the people that were going to get pushed out have pretty much been pushed out. I think there's probably going to be a stabilization now. You know, lots like the Lindaro buildings and that are it's under construction, that's done. I mean, all that stuff. I don't think.
North Fifth.
Yeah. I don't think there's a ton more of that sort of thing that's going on, because when all those units are up on the market, you know, unless I'm really off base, I just can't imagine that there isn't going to be a little bit of a surplus of that level of units. You know what I mean? Which means that construction will probably slow down around here.
Violento porque ante tal buena hermosura, belleza femenina, no sabía qué hacer. Y es porque era una vaca lechera. Era fea. Una vaca lechera. No es una vaca cualquiera.
You're staring at the sun, you're standing in the